My friends, let us first consider the true nature of kindness. Kindness, in its purest form, is not mere passivity or a relentless bending to the whims of others. It is not a weak thing, nor is it a currency with which to buy approval or favor. True kindness is an act of strength, a deliberate choice to seek the good of others even when it costs us. Yet there is a paradox here, for when kindness is misunderstood, it can sometimes lead to disrespect. You see, the world does not always recognize the quiet strength that resides in kindness. Some may interpret it as a lack of conviction, as if by being gracious you are surrendering your sense of self. They mistake humility for weakness, gentleness for insecurity. And here lies the danger. When kindness lacks boundaries, it ceases to inspire and begins to invite contempt, if you will. A river without banks. Its waters, though life-giving, spill out and become a swamp, aimless and undervalued. So too with kindness. Without boundaries, it loses its direction and purpose. When you allow others to take advantage of your good nature, you are not practicing kindness. You are enabling their selfishness. To be truly kind, you must pair your compassion with a deep sense of self-respect. You must have the courage to say no when it is necessary, to set limits even when it feels uncomfortable. For kindness without strength is not kindness at all. It is merely compliance dressed in noble clothes. And what of those who disrespect you for your kindness? Perhaps they are blind to the effort it takes to be gracious. Perhaps they are caught in their own pride, mistaking your mercy for a lack of power. Do not let their misunderstanding change your nature, but neither should you let it go unchecked. For the world does not need more people who are kind at their own expense. It needs people who can model a kindness that is wise, firm, and unshakable. So, how can you live this way? Begin by anchoring yourself in something greater than the opinions of others. Know your worth, not because others validate it, but because you understand the intrinsic value of your soul. Then let your kindness flow, not as a strategy to gain favor, but as a reflection of your character. Stand tall in your kindness, not afraid to be misunderstood, but also not afraid to set boundaries. Let your kindness be like a sword sheathed in grace, ready to defend when necessary, but always carried with a steady hand. Kindness does not make you weak. Misplaced kindness does. When you embrace the full strength of your compassionate heart, you will find that it commands respect, not just from others, but from yourself. And that, my friends, is the kind of kindness the world needs most. Kindness is not accidental or merely a reaction to circumstances. It is an intentional choice that stems from inner resolve and self-control. Choosing to be kind, even when it is difficult or inconvenient, shows emotional strength and maturity. Being kind doesn't mean being a pushover or giving in to everyone's demands. True kindness is active and thoughtful, not passive compliance. It involves taking thoughtful actions that reflect your values without sacrificing your self-respect. Kindness often requires sacrifice of time, energy, or resources, but true kindness isn't self-serving. It looks beyond immediate convenience to pursue what benefits others, even if it comes with personal challenges. There is nothing weak about being kind. It takes strength to remain kind in situations where others might respond with anger, indifference, or cruelty. This strength comes from a firm belief in the value of compassion and respect for others. When people don't understand the strength behind kindness, they may see it as naivety or weakness. Some may take advantage of your goodwill, thinking it comes from a lack of confidence or assertiveness. Society often associates assertiveness with strength and kindness with submission. This misconception can lead people to undervalue or exploit kind behavior, especially when they see no immediate resistance. Humility, a cornerstone of kindness, involves putting others first without needing to boast or assert dominance. Unfortunately, some see humility as a sign of low self-esteem or insecurity, failing to recognize its true power. Without limits, kindness can become a liability. Those with selfish intentions may exploit it, repeatedly seeking favors or help while giving little or nothing in return, eroding the value of your generosity. When you give endlessly without establishing boundaries, your kindness can lose its significance. It may no longer be seen as a generous act, but as something expected or taken for granted. When you allow others to exploit your kindness, you unintentionally encourage their selfish behavior. By not setting limits, you teach people that they can take without giving, fostering entitlement rather than gratitude. Just as a strong foundation supports a building, boundaries strengthen your kindness. Without clear limits, even the best intentions can be misunderstood or abused, leading to exhaustion and resentment. A river is powerful because it flows within boundaries, creating life and movement. Without its banks, it loses its direction and stagnates. Similarly, kindness without boundaries loses its clarity and purpose, becoming less effective. Kindness doesn't mean saying yes to everything. Sometimes, the most compassionate thing you can do for yourself and others is to say no. It demonstrates self-respect and ensures your kindness remains authentic and intentional. When you set clear limits, you safeguard your ability to give generously without being drained or taken advantage of. Boundaries ensure that your kindness remains an act of love, not obligation. True kindness balances strength and compassion. Compassion without strength leads to being overwhelmed or exploited, while strength without compassion can appear harsh or uncaring. Together, they create a kindness that is both firm and inspiring. Some people view kindness as a lack of power because they fail to see the inner strength it takes to choose kindness over anger, revenge, or indifference. Their disrespect is often rooted in misunderstanding, not malice. Extending mercy or forgiveness is one of the greatest acts of strength. Yet some interpret it as a sign that you lack the ability to act decisively or defend yourself, when in reality it requires immense self-control. When someone disrespects your kindness, it's not a reflection of your value, but of their character. Their inability to appreciate kindness shows their own shortcomings, not any flaw in your actions. When kindness is given without discernment, it can attract those who seek to use it for their own gain. Misplaced kindness makes it easier for manipulative individuals to exploit your generosity. Some people, particularly those who are unkind themselves, may believe you are kind only to gain favor or achieve personal goals. They project their motives onto you, failing to see that genuine kindness comes from a place of integrity. True kindness isn't about seeking validation or praise from others. It should come from a place of authenticity and integrity, reflecting your values rather than a desire for acceptance. When your kindness is balanced with self-respect, it becomes powerful and commands respect. People are more likely to admire and value your kindness when they see it stems from strength, not desperation. Kindness doesn't mean diminishing your self-worth. Protect your dignity by ensuring your kindness is not misused or seen as a weakness to be exploited. Kindness becomes most impactful when it's guided by principles and boundaries. These principles ensure that your kindness remains consistent and purposeful, even in challenging situations. It's possible to guard yourself from harm while maintaining a compassionate heart. This balance ensures that your kindness remains genuine, not hardened by negativity or past betrayals. Kindness that comes from strength and authenticity has a ripple effect. It can motivate others to be better and to treat others with the same respect and generosity you demonstrate. In a world where negativity often prevails, staying kind requires bravery. Choosing kindness in difficult situations is a testament to your inner strength and resilience. Being kind when life is easy is simple, but showing compassion in the face of adversity requires deep strength. It's in these moments that your true character is revealed. Kindness becomes sustainable and meaningful when it's rooted in self-respect. By valuing yourself, you ensure that your kindness remains a reflection of your strength, not a result of insecurity. Kindness is most powerful when it's given freely, without the expectation of anything in return. Using kindness as a means to gain approval or advantage undermines its authenticity and devalues its impact. When your kindness is guided by wisdom, it becomes resilient. You can discern when to act compassionately and when to set boundaries, making you less vulnerable to disrespect. Clear boundaries ensure that your kindness is given intentionally and not taken for granted. They allow you to protect your energy while still offering genuine compassion. Kindness, rooted in self-consciousness, is not swayed by how others perceive or respond to it. Stay consistent in your values, even when others fail to appreciate them. Kindness is a strength, not something to regret or apologize for. However, knowing when to step back from situations or people who misuse your kindness is equally important. Compassion does not mean allowing others to take advantage of you. Assertiveness ensures that your kindness is respected and that your needs and boundaries are also considered. Your kindness should not depend on external validation. Root it in your personal values, faith, or inner purpose, so it remains steady regardless of how others react. Your kindness is not a measure of your worth. It is a reflection of your strength. Recognizing your intrinsic value helps you give kindness freely without seeking approval. Kindness should arise from who you are, not from fear of conflict or a desire to avoid confrontation. When it reflects your true character, it commands greater respect. You don't have to meet everyone's expectations to be kind. True kindness involves making choices that align with your principles, even if they don't always please others. When your kindness comes from a place of confidence, it becomes unshakable. You can give freely without worrying about how it's perceived, because you know your worth and intentions. When others fail to respect your kindness, don't let it harden your heart or change who you are. Stay true to your values, as their actions reflect on them, not on you. Some people cannot appreciate kindness because their pride makes them view compassion as weakness. Their inability to see its value is a limitation of their perspective, not your kindness. When faced with disrespect, reflect on whether your kindness was misunderstood or misplaced. Learn from the experience without letting it discourage your compassionate nature. Kindness is not incompatible with self-respect. You can be compassionate and assertive simultaneously, showing others that kindness and dignity go hand in hand. Kindness does not mean accepting mistreatment. You can remain kind while standing firm against actions or behaviors that harm you or others. True kindness is powerful yet controlled. It doesn't lash out, but it has the strength to defend itself when necessary, remaining poised and purposeful. Kindness should be your default, but firmness is sometimes required to protect your boundaries or uphold justice. Both qualities are part of a balanced, strong character. Kindness doesn't mean you must always agree or conform to others' desires. True compassion often involves challenging others for their own growth or standing firm in your principles. Discernment allows you to determine when and where your kindness is most needed and effective. It ensures that your efforts are meaningful and not wasted on those who would exploit them. Kindness is most impactful when it has a clear goal or intention. Use it to uplift, inspire, or heal, rather than scattering it aimlessly or offering it indiscriminately. Setting boundaries is not unkind. It's an act of self-respect. It ensures that your kindness remains sustainable and that you can continue to give without sacrificing your well-being. Saying no is an essential part of preserving your energy for what truly matters. It allows you to focus your kindness where it can make the most meaningful impact. When you give endlessly, without limits, it can lead to exhaustion and resentment. Boundaries allow you to recharge and continue being kind without depleting yourself. When you establish clear limits, you demonstrate how others should value and respect your kindness. Boundaries set the standard for how you deserve to be treated. By balancing your generosity with self-care, you ensure that your kindness remains consistent over the long term. Healthy limits protect you from burnout and allow you to give authentically. Kindness rooted in strength cultivates resilience and integrity. It helps you grow as a person while positively influencing those around you. Choosing to be kind, especially in challenging situations, shows your inner resilience and capacity to rise above negativity or conflict. Kindness should uplift and support others while also respecting your needs and boundaries. This balance ensures it benefits everyone involved. Kindness guided by wisdom is intentional and discerning. It seeks to create positive outcomes without enabling harmful behaviors or diminishing your worth. When kindness is given with strength and authenticity, it inspires personal growth in you and motivates others to act with the same compassion and integrity. Your actions speak louder than words. By practicing kindness, rooted in strength and integrity, you set a powerful example for others to follow. Kindness isn't about being naive. It's a deliberate choice rooted in wisdom. Demonstrate that your kindness is thoughtful and purposeful, not a result of ignorance or weakness. 63. Inspire. People are more likely to respect your kindness when it's paired with confidence. Show them that you can be kind and assertive without compromising your values. Kindness isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it. Show others that your compassion stems from inner strength and a commitment to doing what's right. Kindness is contagious. By acting with genuine care and integrity, you inspire others to embrace the same values, creating a ripple effect of positivity. Kindness, when directed wisely, demonstrates strength. However, misplaced kindness, given without discernment or boundaries, can lead to weakness and exploitation. By being unwavering in your kindness while demanding respect, you set an example for how kindness should be valued and treated by others. Kindness with strength is transformative. The world benefits from those who can balance compassion with confidence, inspiring change and healing in the process. True kindness uplifts both the giver and the receiver. Without self-respect, your kindness can become hollow and fail to make the positive impact it's meant to. Aim to live in such a way that your kindness becomes an example others admire and emulate. Let it be a source of inspiration and a force that commands respect. Let me know if you'd like a deeper explanation for any of these points, or if you need help turning these keynotes into a full speech or script.